We're in the final stretch of the presidential campaign, and on Saturday, former President Barack Obama will rally support for Vice President Kamala Harris right here in Las Vegas. It's happening on the first day of early voting in our crucial battleground state. So joining us now to discuss the visit and more, we have Valerie Jarrett, Obama's former senior advisor, with us today. We want to thank you so much for joining us, and I know your time is limited, so I want to go ahead and get right to it. We're so close to this election. And yet some Americans, including many of the ones that I've actually met during this cycle, say they're still undecided. So what's the message to them?
Well, that they matter. And, look, people don't tune in until the very end when the campaign is reaching its final stage. And that's exactly where we are. LaToya, you mentioned early vote begins on Saturday. We want everyone to come out and don't wait till the last minute. Early vote ends November 1st, but go out and vote right away and start to be informed and educated about the candidates. And look, I've now known Vice President Harris for over 30 years since she was first elected in public office. And I can't think of anyone more qualified with a better track record, more experience, the right temperament to be the president of the United States than she. I've worked in the White House for 8 years. I've known her for 20, so I think I'm pretty uniquely qualified to say everyone should find out about her record and see that she's the person who's going to wake up every day thinking about you, the American people, and how to make your life a little bit better.
Yeah, so to that point, what should be the VP's strategy at this point in these final days, especially when it comes to certain voting blocks like the undecided, Black men, Latino voters? There's a lot of them here. 20% of the electorate are Latino. For those voters, what should she be doing to reach them?
She should be doing just what she's doing. She should be out there on the campaign trail. She's the first to say she has to earn every single vote. She doesn't take a single vote for granted. She's willing to answer all kinds of questions and explain people what she would do to move our country forward and why she would do it. And I think motivation is really important. This is somebody who spent her whole career in public service. She's committed to making our country better, stronger. She's committed to ensuring that no American is left behind. And she's the candidate that I believe will represent us well, not just around our country, but on the world stage. People all over the world are following this election and trying to figure out, is the United States still going to be the strongest democracy on earth? Or are we going to not abide by the rule of law? Are we not going to follow smooth and orderly transitions of government? We want to be the beacon of hope to the world, and we want a president that's going to deliver for us. And that's who Vice President Harris is.
Well, let's talk about the economy. A lot of the voters that I've met as we've been covering stories here in Nevada, they continuously say that the economy ranks supreme for them when it comes to deciding who they will cast their ballot for. Why should they vote for her if they're basing their vote on the economy?
Well, leading economists say that her plan is the one that's going to be strongest for our economy. She cares about helping people purchase their homes and afford mortgages and get that down payment. She cares about building the middle class and making it stronger and creating those ladders of opportunity. She grew up as, parents who worked hard, and her mom who sacrificed was a single mom, raised she and her sister. She knows the kinds of issues that people struggle with in this country. And she wants to do everything within her power, working broadly to build that bigger middle class, to strengthen those ladders of opportunity, to make sure our education is available to every person, to make sure that people have the tools that they need to thrive and provide for their families, a home, a job, retiring with dignity. These are the issues that she cares so much about, as opposed to tax breaks for the wealthiest among us and big companies. That's not her priority. Her priority is to make sure they pay their fair share so that it opens up opportunity for everybody else.
Her opponent loves to attach her to the current president, President Biden, saying that, she has been with him every step of the way, and that voting for her is just getting another 4 years of Biden. How does she combat that?
Well, what she said is she's really proud of her record as Vice President of the United States, but this is now her opportunity to lead as president. And it's time to turn the page and move forward. And look, I think it's refreshing to have somebody who is young and vibrant and excited, but who has experience and integrity and character. And so she will be approaching her job as the president, not as the vice president. And I think as you listen to her at her rallies, and as you will hear this weekend from President Obama when he is in Las Vegas, she will be the one that is looking out for you. She is the one with the record that speaks for itself in terms of how she has been going to put the American people first. So she's not Joe Biden. She is proud of having been his vice president, but she's ready to be your president.
All right, Valerie Jarrett for us. Thank you so much for joining us. Former senior advisor to Obama and a friend of the current VP, Kamala Harris. Thank you so much for your insight and your time. Have a good one.
You're welcome. My pleasure.